that's the buzzard, the end of warm-ups. We're down here in Colorado Springs at the U.S. Olympic Training Site. Be the Lady Rough Riders 14AA against the Colorado Springs Tigers. Looks like we're going to have a 14-minute period. The girls are going to get a significant amount of ice time out here for this game. We only have 9 skaters for this game and 2 goalies. Cora and all of our goalies, I'm not sure who's going to be on the ice in this first period. We also have the challenge of being about 4 feet off the glass. This is a pretty narrow area for us to video from. Looks like we have Georgia and Harper S coming out here on D. Olive, number 29, in the net. We have Harper O on this near wing, Jesse on center, and Paige on that far wing. No boys allowed in here. Good face-off. Colorado Springs was able to win it out. They get it back to their D. Paige put some great pressure on as she went across the blue line after the puck. Some back and forth here at the neutral zone. Colorado Springs driving it in. Harper S got in the way. Shot on goal. Looks like Olive was able to pick it up. Shot on goal off of Olive's leg pads. Some more back and forth as we work on getting possession. Jesse and Georgia got it up and out of our zone. Springs bring it back and regroup, but Harper O is already on one of them, forcing them back behind their net. They pass it up. Maddie Benish flies onto the bench, and bit of an impact between her and one of the Springs. Harper S is taking it across the blue. She's got the whole team on her at this point. She's down the back wall. Colorado was able to get the puck away. Some more back and forth. Ads came on the ice, and she was able to get some stick time on it. Gets a good turnover. Maddie Benish had another impact, but the puck got hung up. Pass up from Maddie Benish up to Ori. Ori's on this inside wall. She takes it across the blue line. Puck gets loose. Looks like there's a arm up from the official. I think we're going to have a call against Colorado. Yep. Colorado took the Springs took the possession of the puck, and looks like number 64 from the Tigers is going in the box. We'll have our first face-off at 12:21 in the far circle. Looks like we have Ori, Jesse, and Paige with Harper and Georgia on D. It's a 90-second penalty, so we've got this power play going. Jesse's battling out at the circle, gets loose, goes into the corner. Tiger lost an edge. Oh, nice backhanded shot, goes high from Ori toward the goal. Good pass back from Paige to Georgia. Georgia tries to rip 1-2 shots off, gets loose on this inside wall. Ori was able to shuttle across. Harper saves the blue. It tips right over. Paige backs her up. Puck's back into the zone. Off Jesse's skate as she's shouldering to get control of the puck right in front of us here. Paige picked it up, brings it into the zone hard. She gets picked off going across the circle, this inside circle. That's a tripping call against Paige as she hooked/pulled out the Tiger from the skate. Paige is in the box for 90 seconds. We're now 4-on-4 with 38 seconds left for Colorado Springs penalty and 90 seconds for Paige in the box. We have Harper and Harper out there. Looks like Jesse and Maddie Benish for this 4-on-4. Colorado tries to get a shot off. Harper gets a stick on it. Doesn't make it. Puck back behind Olive. Colorado picks it up. Harper is able to get in the middle of it. The Springs loses an edge. Harper takes advantage in this corner. The glare's pretty bad on the glass. Couldn't see too much more than that. We have an icing call against Lady Rough Riders at 11:02. Tigers are out of the box in 11 seconds. Paige is out of the box in 1:03 seconds. Jesse's doing this face-off. Like I said, the girls are getting lots of ice time. Our bench looks comically short-handed. Harper, Georgia, Maddie Benish, and Jesse out there. Another 2 seconds. The Springs is back full power, 5-on-4. We're on a penalty kill as Olive covers up a shot on goal. Girls play exceptionally well when we are on penalty kills. It's fun to watch. Looks like we have Grayson coming in, Ori on this near wall. Georgia and Maddie Benish are still out there. 45 seconds left on this penalty kill. It's going to be an icing call. Girls did a good job. They conserved energy and didn't go skating off on that puck. The ice is pretty hard here. Nothing like it was in Michigan. Grayson doing the face-off. Good battle by Grayson. She locks up the other center, gets loose over to Colorado. Colorado tries to, well, we're all Colorado here, but the Tigers get it across this near wall. Some more back and forth as Georgia puts some pressure on that far player. She's trying to get back to the D. Not sure why when she's got two forwards out there. Ori got a back check going on that center. She wasn't able to get a very good shot. Puck got centered on a deflection and shot on goal. It goes just wide. Colorado has to reset. The Tiger defender wasn't able to hold the blue line. Now we're at the red lines battling right in front of the officials. Colorado's back in. It's just Maddie Benish. Oh, and she saved it. Backed up by Ads. Shot on goal. Some back and forth. That whistle. Boy, that whistle blew before that puck went in, but they're calling it a goal. Goal Tigers at 9:34 in the first period. We have Harper S and Georgia on D, Harper O, Jesse, and Paige doing the front back and forth at this red line. Tigers got that face off, but we were able to get in there and make sure they had no choices. Page going all the way in, tries to center. Oh, just gets deflected off one of the off the leg pads of the goalie. Page is trying to keep that was Harper O trying to keep possession over in that far corner. There's a back check on Jesse from number 37. No call from the officials. Georgia saves that blue line, but she's got two on her. Oh, it got loose. Page picked it up. She goes for that shot, deflects up and over the goal. We are putting some great centering pass from Page to Harper O. Oh. This angle looked beautiful for that pass. Puck is loose. It is all the way back into our zone as Harper and one of the Tigers skate for it just in case. We're down to 8:25 in this first period. Looks like we have Harper S. and Maddie Benish on D, Ori, Grayson, and Ads for our center and forward. Tigers come into this corner. Harper just buries it over the blue line, so we'll have a face-off right here in front of us. So these girls are going to have some long shifts here today with 9 skaters. Harper stops at the red line after the face-off. She buries it deep. Ads looks like it was just an offsides. There's a collision between Ads and one of the Tigers, and the Tiger went down. We have Maddie Benish and Georgia on D, Jesse on center, Harper O on this near, and Page on that far wing. Puck's going into our zone on that far circle. Maddie gets to that point first, gets up to Georgia, over to Page. Page gets it across. She got shouldered pretty hard into that wall right in front of the Rough Riders bench. Puck from the blue line from the Colorado. Olive was able to get in front of it, but there was a rebound. It got loose into this near corner. Back to this near defenseman, up to Olive. She was able to get a pad on it. Loose again. Jesse's trying to get to it first. Tigers lose another edge. This is the Tigers' home ice. We're down to 6:55. Tigers lead Rough Riders by 1 as Georgia gets an open pass to Harper O. Bounces off her skate and back in. It's loose right in front of the net. Maddie Benish and Jesse were all over that Tiger player. About a foot taller than both of them. Puck is loose coming around this inside wall. Good pass by Tigers. It's loose. Georgia's getting to it. Harper O's getting back. Jesse's backing up. Shot on goal. Bounces off the leg pad. It's loose again. Harper O's on this near corner. Tries to get it across the blue line, but good shot on goal by Tigers. Harper was able to stop it with her leg. Puck bounces up and off the wall. It's loose and going slow, so Tigers have to regroup as we get some fresh skaters on the ice. Back in the neutral zone as Georgia binds it up on that far wall. Ads is ripping. She gets it up and across banks it off the wall, inside wall, goes back behind the net. Puck is loose as it goes all the way across. No, oh, Harper put some speed on. The puck was going right toward Olive with one of the Tigers right on her backs. All right, Ori tries to get it across that blue line. It's back across. Tiger down in that wall again. Oh, the puck gets loose right in the center. Ori and Ads were able to battle it out and get it into the neutral zone. Ori gets it back to Grayson. Harper bats it across our zone. Game's getting pretty physical right in front of the refs. It seems like not necessarily checking, but some good shoving and poking in the walls. Pass to Ori got a little bit wide. Tiger defender gets it back across. There is a straight up fast icing call against the Rough Riders as we get some fresh skaters on the ice. We're down to 4:26. Looks like we have Jesse on point. I see Paige, Harper O, Georgia, and Maddie Benish. Georgia's trying to get control of that puck back behind our net. It's more back and forth. Gets on that far wall. Georgia was able to get it up. She's trying to get it up to Harper O, up to the blue line so we can get some offense here. Maddie ricochets pass off a Tiger here in that near circle. Puck is loose. Harper's got it up. All right, it's up to Paige. Paige to Harper O. Harper O relays it across the blue line into Tiger's zone. Puck gets saved right at the blue line by Georgia. She chips it back in as Paige tries to get some momentum. She gets shouldered. Puck on this near wall. Maddie Benish stops it before getting across. Oh, it got up and over a stick. Good backup by Paige. Gets down in our inside corner where Georgia picks it up and skates it across. She gets it up and across the red line, across the blue. Thanks to the Tigers, they touched it. They're forced to reset in their zone. Ads putting on some speed as she's putting pressure on. Ori turns it over right in the neutral zone. She's in. Grayson's now in there. All right, we've got at least 3 against 5 at this point. Ori's just battling and tangling all over the place as the Tigers scramble to get control. Another turnover by Ads right before the blue line. Puck gets loose. Breakaway, but Georgia swooped in and was able to deflect. Georgia's picking up behind in that near corner. She gets it up and around. Tigers have figured that move out. They get over to the wall and stop it from getting too far ahead. Harper S picked it up in that far circle. She's looking for Ori. Up to Ori. Ori's across the blue. Harper's setting up in the center. She just scrambles and it goes by. Tigers almost take out their own goalie. Got a fast Tiger coming in. She tries to get a shot, but she had too much pressure from Georgia. We're down under the 2-minute mark as it gets up to Paige. Paige is out of our zone. She's across the red. She's looking for Harper O. Shot on goal by Paige, but it rebounds up into their defenders. Minute 40 as Tigers get out of their zone. Jesse's did a fantastic move battling for that puck. Grinds the Tiger into the bench right in front of the Lady Rough Riders bench wall. Harper Oak to Paige. Paige on the center. Oh, got deflected off somebody up there. I don't know if it was Jesse or one of the defenders. Harper Oak gets the puck. She shoots from the blue line. It goes feet high, but it had some speed. Maddie Benish saves that far wall. Puck is still in play. We're down to 1 minute 3 seconds. Maddie saves that blue line again. Gets over to Jesse. Jesse gets a deflecting shot toward goal. Tigers are, oh, Harper gets a turnover right at the blue line. All right, puck gets up and over, but Ads is on it. Gets over the blue line. Harper is taking it in on this inside wall. She takes a shot toward goal as she buries it across the ice. We're down to 35 seconds. We've got an offside as Maddie Benish tries to save that blue line, but the puck was already over. That was a pretty spicy couple minutes there. We've got some fresh skaters on. Psych, Maddie and Georgia, Ori, Grayson, and Ads. Tiger hits the wall as she loses an edge. It gets relayed up to another player. Maddie Benish gets a long back check, poke check on that player and ruins her opportunity for any shots. Shot toward goal, puck is loose. Olive is down on Butterfly. Wow, she's low to the ground. We're down to 3 seconds as the Tigers try and crash in on the net. Fantastic effort by the Lady Rough Riders on that amount of pressure. Same crew because we don't have that very many skaters. Puck is loose, back in the corner. Bounced off the side of the net in that final few seconds. We'll have a face-off here in about 60 seconds. A bit of a treat for us today down here. We have 3 refs, and so far so good on the calls. Nothing, no hometown ref commentary needed so far. Harper O and Paige coming out for our wings. Jesse for center. Harper S and Georgia on D. I'm not sure what the commentary was from the ref to Paige. Some back and forth. I'm not sure what that was about. It might have been that the mouth guards were out from the girls. Tigers go quick into our zone as we're over in that far corner looking for a good pass or a good shot. They get it back to their D. Paige puts some pressure on. There's a tip from the Tigers as the puck is loose. It's just, oh my gosh. That was fantastic effort by that line out there as they're trying to make sure that Olive has every opportunity. Looks like we have ads in for Harper O. Down to 13-26. Puck is up and out and drops into the walkway just outside the glass. Refs retrieve a fresh, warm puck from the officials at the clock. Same crew for face-off. That ref spiked that puck down and it had a good bounce on it, so it's definitely warm. Georgia gets it up to Ads. Ads has got two on her, grinded her into the wall as we just get it over the red line. Paige is putting some pressure on as the Tiger comes across our zone. Olive put her stick out and deflected so it went back behind the net instead of into the side of it. Some back and forth on that far wall adds to Georgia and the Tigers trying to keep it in. Shot toward goal goes way wide. Olive was going to smother just to slow this shooting gallery down here. Tigers did a great pass to Harper S. Harper S is taken across the red. She chips it up and over. She gets pressure. She's got it in the inside corner. She's got two on her, now three on her. The puck is loose, coming back out of that zone. Georgia putting on some good D as Jesse and Paige get back to help. Shot toward goal goes way wide. Puck hit, had so much speed, it actually made it all the way ricocheted off the corner and out across the red. Georgia stops and saves that blue line going into our zone. Now it's her turn going shot toward goal. Goalie just got down in time before the puck went through the 5-hole. We're down to 11:40 in the second period. This is a big difference in game. This is our second game against the Tigers. And it was a different game last time. Tigers had multiple goals last time on us. And we are holding them tight with a short bench. Tigers won, Lady Rough Riders 0, but they're putting on a hell of a game. Maddie Benish and Georgia on D, Grayson at center, Orion near, and Ads on the far wing. Good win by Grayson. Grayson gets it back to Georgia. Georgia takes a shot, bounces in and out of the goalie's glove. Tigers pick it up as they go D to D pass, but we are putting on so much pressure. Gets past Ori. Maddie Bench tries to center up to Grayson, but it just gets past. We've got a speed. Oh, thanks to that ref. It was in the way of the Tiger and it interrupted her advance into our zone. We've got a tie-up over there as Olive smothers it. Maddie got hip checked up and off her skates, but it ruined the shot by the Tiger. Olive was able to get on top of it. We're down to 10:52 in the second period. We have Jesse coming out on center, Harper O near, Paige far, Maddie Benish and Harper S on D. Olive still in that net. Tigers win that faceoff, but it gets up and over to Harper S. Gets up to Jesse. The Tigers got on it pretty quick. They're looking for an open centering pass. Good effort by Maddie back behind the net. Down to 10:29. Shot toward goal. Olive went down hard and fast. Was able to get a stick on it. Shot across the center ice, but it went way wide. Gets up to Maddie Benish, up to Harper O. Harper chips it up and over the red line. Now she's putting pressure as Tigers bring it. I thought she was going back behind the net. We have gets into our zone. Harper relays across the blue line, gets caught up at the red line. Jesse gets over to Paige, but just gets past her. Good pressure by Paige. Maddie Benish was able to get the loose puck. Puck gets shot toward goal. Harper S kicks it away. It's over the blue line, forcing Tigers to reset. Maddie Benish gets it up to Grayson right at our blue line. Grayson's looking for a centering pass. Oh, we got a flat-out shove by the Tigers right in front of the ref, and the ref just shrugged it off. Tigers are loose in our zone. They take a shot on goal from this inside top of the circle. Olive solid all day long. We're down to 9-12 in the second period. The girls are skating pretty slow halfway through this second period. Good face-off by Grayson. She tied up that center for us to be able to collapse in. We've got the puck, but there's a lot of back and forth. Georgia was able to shoulder one of the girls out of the way and get the puck up against this inside wall where Ori is. Grayson comes in and helps out Ori. They do a centering pass. Gets smacked out by one of the Rough Riders into Tiger's zone is Ori. She's hot on her tail, backed up by Ads, gets tied up in that far wall. Ori just saves that blue line as she's got one on her side. She's looking for an open pass, but she's got two players on her. This feels like we've got a penalty kill going at this point. The Tigers definitely have more energy as we almost got the puck and Jesse was on the doorstep. More back and forth in the zone. The Tigers desperately trying to get it out. It's going to be an icing call on, good call, ref, on the Tigers. That was a heck of a line, putting that level of pressure on fresh skaters from the Tigers. We're down to 7:57 in the third or in the second period. We still trail by one goal. We have Maddie Benish and Georgia, Harper O and Paige on the far and near, and Jesse doing face-off. Jesse wins that face-off back to Georgia. Georgia takes, I think it's her fifth or sixth shot toward goal. Jesse gets tied up, loses an edge as the Tigers bring it hot across the neutral zone. Gets loose. Georgia and Maddie lock it up in that far corner against three. Tigers getting it out. Paige is putting pressure and trying to get it up and out. Harper O is going to try and cherry pick out here almost by the red line, but Tigers were able to keep it in and take a shot on goal. Olive covered it up. All the skating and conditioning that the coaches for Lady Rough Riders have been doing is paying off. The girls are playing fantastic with such a short, comically short bench. Grayson on this face-off, Ads on this near. It's like we still have Georgia and Maddie out there with Ori. It's loose. Georgia's trying to get out of the zone. She takes it across the blue line. She gets, she's trying to do a little dangle there, but she got caught up in that far wall. It's loose. Ori's got it in this near wall. It's loose. There's a lot of speed there. The puck went it all the way to the back wall. She's got two on her. Grayson's backing her up now. It's loose in the corner. Ori wins out. She gets it centered. Ads is trying to get it up and in as it looks like a sword fight with sticks out there. Gets over to this near wall where a forward, Tiger, was able to bring it all the way in. Shot toward goal. It had too much speed because there were two other Tigers right there to chip it in, but no luck for the Tigers. Shot on goal. Goes right into the waiting arms of Olive at 6:31 in the second. We have Harper O on wing, Paige on wing, Harper S and Maddie on D. Jesse is doing our face-off here. Tigers were able to get it out and across, but we were collapsing in on it and got it into that corner. Jesse and Harper S are down there in the corner. Wraparound attempt by Tigers on this near side of the goalpost. Olive saw it. I don't know how that wasn't tripping, but all right. Paige is loose. She's across the blue on that far wall. She's trying to get that puck in front. It is an offside call as the puck got loose as she was dangling across the blue line. It's all right. That was a good move by Paige. We're down to 5:58 on that far face-off circle in front of the Rough Riders bench. Same crew. Tigers win it out. They get it back to one of their defenders. The defenders have got crazy pressure by Jesse as it's in this near wall. Harper O gets to it first. She gets it back down deep. Tigers D picked it up. Looks like she is going to try and skate it out as she gets past everybody. Maddie Benish is there. Shot toward goal. It was a pressured shot and it goes wide. Centering pass by one of the Tigers, but it's just too much pressure, so she put it hot across. It goes all the way back into the zone. Some back and forth across the neutral. Jesse picks it up in our near circle. She skates across the center. Harper S saw it going loose. She chipped it up and out. It goes slow into the near circle in the Tiger zone. Back and forth across the red line. Harper does some chipping up and over and runs it along this inside board. She gets into that far corner. Turnover as we had two cherry pickers. They do a centering pass like in the crease, and their other forward weren't able to get it. Their passes are hard and fast, and the receivers can't get to them fast enough. Battling on this inside wall is Georgia and looks like Ads. Looks like Grayson's backing up. Puck gets loose. Grayson picks it up back behind the net. She is looking for an open pass. She gets it up to Harper O. Harper O stopped at the blue line. She relays it, but Tigers decided not to touch it, so we have an icing call against Lady Rough Riders at 4:05 in the second period. Looks like Ads, Jesse, Maddie Benish, and Paige. It looks like George is down there. Girls are playing amazing. Good win by Jesse. She buries it in deep into the corner. Tigers were on it quick. Georgia and one of the other Tigers get caught up in the net as Paige gets it on that far wall. She brings it all the way down to the goal line. Ads is there to try and help out. Jesse's coming in to help in this near wall. Looks like a pretty solid hit into that wall as the glass shook. Tigers get it. Jesse saves the blue line. That was a great back check by Jesse. Gets up to Georgia. Georgia tries to get the shot, goes a little bit wide after Tiger gets a deflection. Paige back to Maddie Benish. Maddie Benish over to Georgia. Georgia takes a chipping shot. It just didn't have the speed, and it just lobbed up and over. It looks like there was a collision right at the goal. Somebody's down on their knees. I can't see a number. Not sure what happened. We're down to 3:08 in the second period. Ref is pulling in the coach. I think I see green laces, so that must be Jessie. I don't know if she got whacked or pushed or shoved or tripped. Coaches Julia and Corey are out there having a conversation, see how Jessie's doing. All right, Jessie's popping up. I think she just needed a minute. I don't know if she just had the air knocked out of her, but she's able to climb up and over the bench wall. It's a good sign. Looks like we have Harper O, Grayson, Paige on our front line, Georgia and Maddie Benish on D. Face off from this near circle in Tigers zone. Tigers get that face off, but it gets to Paige. Paige tries to get it back to Georgia. There's a scramble on this near wall. It's about, as far as I can see, Georgia was able to get a stick on it and gets back into that far wall. Grayson, sorry, and Paige are down there battling. Sounds like the ref is giving commands. Shot on goal by Grayson. Hits right below the face mask. And puck got loose. Gets back to Maddie Benish. Maddie stops it. Gets over to Grayson. Grayson just got checked into the wall. Tigers are in our zone. Take a shot on goal. Gets to Olive, but Georgia had a stick on it, so it wasn't much of a shot. More battling back behind that goal. Georgia wins out. She had 2 on her. Puck is loose right in front of the goal as it's just back and forth. Grayson gets a stick on it, gets it against the wall. Back and forth right near this blue line. All right, looks like we are getting an icing call, but that is all right. Georgia buried it up and across the line. We're down to 1:39. We have ads Harper O for the wings. Jessie's out there again for center. Puck is loose right in front of the net. Good defense put on by Maddie Benish and Harper S. Puck gets loose. They're trying to center it. Oh, just goes past the edge of the post. Great effort by the Tigers, but not enough as Ads brings it into the zone and she gets shouldered all the way. Tigers got a turnover in their zone. They bring it back in. Maddie Benish is putting some good pressure. Harper S swooped in from the side. She gets up to Harper O. Harper O across the red line. Harper's got one in front, one behind as she gets stopped at that far wall in the zone. We're down to 42 seconds. Maddie Benish coming up to the blue line. Puck is loose, goes across the zone. Tigers tried to, man, that girl is fast. She almost got to the puck as it was getting an icing call against the Tigers. We're down to 33.9 seconds in the second period. Maddie Benish off, Georgia in, Harper S on D. Adds Jessie and Paige out there for our forwards. Puck gets loose. It is going to be an icing call against the Tigers as they are panicking. Oh, puck is loose. No icing call, though. With 12 seconds left, we're trying to get it out of our zone. Everyone thought it was icing. Shot on goal. Olive was able to bend over and stop it and tuck it in. 3.3 seconds at this face-off. This feels like the first period. We have Jesse on center. Shot on goal. Really, really fast by that center. Olive was ready for it and she covered it up. 0.4 seconds. We need to clog up that zone. Jesse was ready for her this time and shouldered her so she could not get a shot off. Fantastic second period by the ridiculously small bench by the Lady Rough Riders. When we've got 5 on the ice, we got 3 on the bench. That is a lot of on and off and very long shifts. They are doing fantastic. See across the ice as the entire line are all knelt down, taking some knees, versus the Tigers bench where they're all standing up and giggling and laughing. Looks like the ref is going over there to remind the Lady Rough Riders to get out to center ice. There's the I really mean it whistle. Olive is back in the net, coming in, starting out this third and final period. We have Grayson coming out here. Looks like Ads at the bar. Ori on the near. Harper S on B. That ref dropped the puck before Grayson even got to the point. I think he's a little perturbed that we were taking so long. Turnover in our zone. Ori gets off the wall. She is hot down the inside wall. She gets a backhanded shot. She's got 2 on her. Ads is now putting pressure on the Tiger, who tries to get it up to one of the boards. She passes back to one of the speed racers. Georgia gets a stick on it. Ori gets a stick on it. Harper gets a stick on it. Olive in the front covers the puck outside the crease. Maybe she had a skate in the crease still. Fantastic effort by that line. We're down to 13:21 in the game. Lady Rough Riders trail by 1 goal. Jesse out there on point. Looks like Maddie Benish, Paige, Georgia, and Harper O. Jessie gets it out. She gets it, passes across the center, up to Paige. It's out of our zone. Paige gets caught up and tripped off. Now Jessie gets landed on right here, and we've got a call. I think Jessie got landed on her back by one of the Tigers with a knee. Jessie is getting beat up out there. She's popping up quick. Maybe not. She's able to get up on her knees. All right. She's up. Looks like we'll have a face-off right in front of the Tigers bench. Grayson in for Jessie. Maddie Benish in for Harper S. Tigers win that face-off. They are in our zone. One's at the top. Great poke check by Maddie Benish as she gets shoved off her feet. It's up to Harper O. Puck's loose across the neutral. Tigers are drifting it down behind their net. They pass forward. Grayson was there for that pass. Georgia stops it before it gets the red line, but there's pressure and gets across. It's a pretty physical game. We have Paige take it in on this inside wall. She chips it up and over. There's impact on that inside wall. Tigers get it across the far side. Georgia's trying to hold that blue line. One Tiger is able to drift it in, but she has 3 Rough Riders on her. That is a call on Georgia as she shoved the Tiger right in front of the bench, or right in front of the goal. Georgia's going to go visit the penalty box for 90 seconds. We are now on a penalty kill at 12:05 left in the game. Looks like we have Harper S and Maddie in on D, Ori and Ads. We have 5 skaters on the ice. But Jessie's in the box. The refs don't seem to realize that there's 5 skaters on the ice. Someone's screaming. Three refs and no one realizes the officials didn't put it up on there either. Jessie's in the zone with Ads. It gets turned over just over the blue line. Harper S is able to get a no call against Harper S. That's good. It's over to Ori. Ori bears it across the line. It is going to slow down. No icing call. We now have 4 players on the ice. Looks like someone caught on. We're at 5 players. George is still in the box. Grayson saves the red line, gets up and over, almost a high sticking, I'm guessing. Shot toward goal. Paige was able to get a stick on it, so it went wide. Tigers are trying to set up a play and a shot, but we are putting great pressure. Down to 10:42. Maddie Benish tries to get at the top of the circle up to Paige. Gets loose. Maddie Benish up to Ads, but there's a Tiger there. Maddie Benish putting a shoulder on the girl as she goes back behind our net. We're playing all D here as the Tigers just continue to recover the puck. All right, good play by Ash. She gets it across and out of our zone. George is out of the penalty box with nothing on the clock. We're down to 10:09. Jesse on point. Georgia's back out there. Ori's out there. Harper O and Harper S. Harper S trying to get it out of our corner. She gets up to Jesse. Jesse tries to do a centering pass. Bounces off a leg of the Tigers. Tigers are trying to set up a puck. Harper O gets chipped up and out. Ori pushes through the center. Turnover in the zone. It looks like one of the Tigers is, I think she landed on her stick. Ori was checking her. She's sitting up. Looks like she's up before the, not all the way up. There we go. We're down to 9:45 in this third period. The refs are discussing hand gesturing. I don't know if the one ref is out there training the other two. Maybe that's why we have three. Lady Rough Riders hanging out in the blue line. There's going to be a face-off in the Tigers zone. We have Harper S and Georgia on D, Ori on the outside point, Jesse on point, and Harper O on this inside wall. Good win by Jesse. She gets over to Harper O. Harper O, puck goes almost to the ceiling. Harper recovers it. She gets it across the zone, but Rough Riders were not over the blue line yet. Offside call on Lady Rough Riders. That's right. Same crew out here. Down to 9:36 left in the game. Puck got loose, got back to one of the Tigers. Tigers taking a solo into our zone. She's out in front. Shot on goal. Olive did not have the help she needed there. And that Tiger was able to get another goal on the board for the Tigers. We're down to 9:27. Lady Rough Riders down by 2. Puck face-off win by the Tigers. Tigers get all the way back in our zone, take a chipping shot, goes high over Olive's head. One of the Lady Rough Riders got pinned into the back of the net.
I think she ran into the net.
Looks like that was Georgia, and she is going to take a minute on the bench. She popped back up pretty quick. We have Ads and Paige for our wings, Grayson for our center, Harper S and Maddie Benish on D. Maddie's trying to work on getting that puck controlled. Shot toward goal, but Harper S and Paige were on it. Paige gets past one, is right in front of us, battling it out. Gets out to one of the players on the Tigers. Ads is putting some back pressure on her. Grayson gets a stick on it. Harper gets a stick on it. Gets it up to Ads. Ads. That puck rolled like a tire all the way down to the goal line. So that is an icing call on Lady Rough Riders at 8:31. We have Harper O, Harper S, Paige, Jesse, and Ori. Tigers win that faceoff, gets back to one of the D. They try and get a chipping shot. It hits one of their own players. Puck is loose back behind our net. Harper O and Ori working on getting it in this corner. Ori gets tied up. She gets it pushed forward in front of her. Tiger defender tries to get to it. Get turned over at that blue line. They're back in our zone. Jesse gets pushed into the wall. Harper S gets a hold of it. She's got, that is a tripping on Harper S. She got tripped pretty good there. She lost her stick as she slid feet across the ice. That's going to be a panel or a power play for the Lady Rough Riders. We have Jesse, Ads, Ori, Harper, and Maddie Benish back here on B. 7:53 on the clock. Good face-off win by Jesse. Gets over to Ads. Ads gets it to Harper S. Harper S takes a shot on goal from a few feet in front of the blue line and puts it through the 5-hole on the goalie. That is goal. Lady Rough Riders at 7:49. Jesse to Ads to Harper and goal. That is the end of our power play, but that is the best way to do a power play. Put goal on the board. That ref is like, you will not be near that red line. All right, good face-off win by Jesse. Back to Harper S. Puck gets loose, gets over to Maddie. Maddie gets across the blue line. That is 100% offside call against Lady Rough Riders, and the ref waved it off. Ori was 3 feet over that blue line when that puck got put across. All right, it's back across neutral ice. Maddie Benish tries to keep it from going in our zone, but there is 3 players. And it looks like they're calling an offside call on Tigers. We'll take it. 7:20 left in this game. We have Harper O, Ads, Grayson, Maddie Benish, and Page on the far side. Tigers are loose in our zone. Centering, beautiful pass, backhanded pass by Tigers. There was nobody there to pick it up. Page dangling through and across the blue, the red, the blue. She tries to get a shot off, recovers a loose puck on a rebound. Harper O saves that blue line. Heads down, Grayson and one of the Tigers impact in the zone as the Tigers recover, and solo shooter on beautiful shot by the Tigers. She is out there by herself. All right, we're across the zone. Page chips it up and across. Tigers reset for cherry picker up front. Maddie Benish is putting some good back checking pressure on her. It's over this near wall. Harper O and Grayson are trying to get across. Grayson puts a long stick on that. Turnover over to Page to Grayson. Grayson's got it, but she had 3 on her. She loses an edge. We have a 2-on-3. Jesse was able to swoop in there and get the puck. Impact into Olive as one of the Tigers, head down, runs into Olive. 5:50 on the clock as we do some patty cake out here at the red line with the puck. Gets loose back to Maddie Benish. Maddie Benish banks it off the back wall. Harper O takes it back across the side to Ads. Ads tries to do a backhand pass out front. It's back to Maddie Benish, back behind our goal line. She tries to get it past one of the Tigers behind our net. She stops it. She does a backhanded shot. Another great shot by the Tiger. It's over to Paige. Paige is back at our goal line looking for an open position. Gets to Jesse. Resets right at the top of the point. Shot toward goal. It goes wide. We're down to the 5-minute mark. Paige thankfully banks it off the red line far wall. Allows us to get into the neutral zone for a minute. Ads holds that far wall and she gets it over the red line. There's so much snow on the ice, it's no icing ball. The girls just look exhausted out here as the Tigers take a shot up and over the goal. Try a wraparound thing or whatever. Harper tried to get in the shooting zone by kneeling in front of the girl. Another centering pass as Harper gets checked right in front of Olive. Maddie Benish gets a stick on it. There's a rebound right there. That puck is rolling like a tire, so icing call against Lady Rough Riders. That is all right. We're down to 4:06. We'll get that Tiger line off the ice for some fresh skaters. Harper O, Harper S, ads. Boy, they look tired. They're doing fantastic. Timeout, Lady Rough Riders. All right, that was a nice long break for the Lady Rough Riders. They need it. Most of the girls popped back up there. A couple of them popped up way slow. We've got 4 minutes and 6 seconds left on this. Olive's back in the net. Harper O and Harper S. Harper O be doing forward, Harper S and D. We have Paige and ads. And Jesse for our face-off. Face-off in the Lady Rough Riders zone. Tigers win that face-off shot on goal. There's a rebound. Hits Olive, bounces down, rebound, and one of their forwards was right there to chip it up and over Olive. That is goal number 3 for the Tigers at 4:01. 5 seconds in on that face-off. Same crew for this face-off. Jesse wins that face-off, gets back to Harper. Harper takes a shot, nails one of the defensemen right at the blue line. Tigers able to get it into our zone. Harper O stops it, gets it up to Paige. Paige to Jesse. They are loose. Harper S putting some great reach and keeping the girl from taking a shot from the right side. This Tiger's just doing around the world. She does a back blind pass back behind her. Gets picked up behind our net, back up to that same player. Little button hook. She is looking for a wraparound. Harper S and Jessie are putting some good pressure. Harper S stops it. She gives the Lady Rough Riders an icing call. We're down to 3:05. Maddie Benish in. Harper S is out there. Grayson and Paige. This is 100%. Oh, Ori's on the ice. That's good. It's always good to have 5 players when we can have them. Tigers rushed that win on the faceoff. Olive. Whoa, there is some shoving and pushing back there. I don't think Harper S appreciated the Tigers poking Olive. We'll have another face-off here. Another win by the Tigers, but they tried to rush it, and Grayson just stood there and was able to stop them. Gets over to Paige. Paige rushes it in. It's back in their zone. Ori gets it near that goal line. She centers it, but there's no one there to pick up the pass. Back to Maddie Benish. Maddie Benish gets it out and across to Ori. Ori is cherry picking out there. She is in the zone. Backed up by Paige, up to Paige. Paige tries to get a shot, but the zone was clogged up. Backhanded shot by Paige, but it goes wide. Tigers bank it off the wall, gets up and over Harper's stick. Maddie Benish is on it first with 1 on her 6. She does a sweet little backhanded pass over to Harper S in this near corner. Harper S is dangling past 1, past 2, past 3. Gets stopped at the wall. She drives it across into the blue line and she's caught up right at the bench. Jessie's on the ice. Jessie saves it just in time. She resets, but she's got pressure. Good pass back to Maddie as Jessie goes down that far wall over to Harper S. Harper S goes for that icing call. We're down to 1:41. That was a good shift by the Lady Rough Riders. Face off at the near circle. We have Jessie on point, Ads on the wing, Maddie Benish out there, Harper O, and Paige. Tigers win that face off. They're in the corner. We are just working on clogging up that zone. Some more back and forth. Tigers ruin a good pass. Gets loose. They're able to drive it in past their defender. Olive has got her head on a swivel as the Tigers take a shot. Goes up high and over the net. Good pickup by Maddie Benish. She gets up to Paige, but it gets loose at the blue line. Another turnover. Tigers are loose in the zone. Maddie swoops in there to keep Olive safe. Shot toward goal, it goes wide. 52 seconds left in this game. Maddie's got it. Oh. Gets over to Harper. Harper gets it to the red line. The defender's there. We are not racing to that puck. The girls are exhausted. Maddie gets it over to Harper O. Harper O gets it up. It gets centered. Ads is putting pressure, so there's no shot. Maddie putting some good back pressure as we're right on the edge of the crease. Olive's down to do any kind of sweep ins. We're in this inside corner, and the puck is out of our zone. Jessie's driving it across the red line, backed up by Ads. Ads gets right over the red. 5 seconds left in this game. They're in their zone. It's out of their zone. Doesn't matter. That's the end of the game. The girls did fantastic. 9 skaters and 2 goalies. You can see how slow the girls are skating. All the conditioning that they do in practice paid off. They were pretty much able to shut down the Tigers significantly better than our last game with them and being shorthanded. That is the end of the game. After the good jobs and good games, we will end this stream. Thank you for watching.